The vertex in the third house of a natal chart is a profound placement that suggests your fated encounters and turning points are woven into the fabric of communication, intellect, and your immediate environment. Often referred to as a secondary descendant, the vertex represents points of karmic necessity, moments where the universe steps in to provide an experience you didn't necessarily go after, but one that was required for your soul's evolution. The call of the messenger. When your vertex resides in the third house, your destiny is activated through the exchange of information. You are likely to find that major life shifts occur through a chance conversation, a specific book you happen to pick up, or a message that arrives at exactly the right moment. There is a sense that you are being groomed to become a more effective communicator, though this often comes through pressure. You might feel an external demand to speak up, write, or share your ideas in a way that feels intimidating yet inevitable. Fated connections in the local sphere. The third house governs siblings, neighbors, and your local community. With the vertex here, these figures often play a disproportionate role in your life's trajectory. A sibling might introduce you to the person who changes your career, or a casual neighborly chat might spark a realization that alters your worldview. These aren't just coincidences, they are the fated mechanics of the vertex. You may find yourself drawn into situations where you must mediate between others or take on the role of the voice for those around you. The intellectual turning point. The vertex acts as a magnetic point. In the third house, it attracts people who challenge how you think. You might encounter mentors of the mind, individuals who don't necessarily stay in your life forever but arrive to disrupt your cognitive biases. This placement often indicates a destiny of the intellect, where your growth is measured by your ability to refine your logic and bridge the gap between your internal thoughts and the external world. You are learning that words have power, and the universe will likely place you in scenarios where you must use them precisely. Integrating the anti-vertex. To understand the third house vertex, we must look at its opposite, the anti-vertex in the ninth house. While the ninth house leans toward abstract philosophy, religion, and long-distance travel, the vertex in the third pulls you back down to the here and now. Your growth doesn't come from escaping into high-minded theories or fleeing to distant lands, it comes from mastering the details of your current surroundings. The lesson here is that the divine is found in the mundane, in the way you speak to a stranger or the way you process the news of the day. The pressure of clarity. Because the vertex is often felt as an external must, you may feel a recurring pressure to be understood. There might be a fear of being misunderstood or a history of feeling silenced that you are fated to overcome. When you reach a vertex activation, often triggered by a transit or a synastry connection, you will likely find yourself in a position where you have no choice but to articulate your truth. These moments can be uncomfortable, feeling like a public speaking engagement you didn't sign up for, but they result in a massive leap in your personal authority and mental clarity. Ultimately, the vertex in the third house suggests that your path to self-actualization is paved with words. By embracing the role of the student, the teacher, and the perpetual curious observer, you fulfill the karmic requirement to weave together the disparate threads of your environment into a coherent, communicable whole. Your destiny isn't waiting in the stars, it's waiting in the next sentence you speak. When the vertex is activated by conjunctions, whether in your natal chart, through transits, or in synastry, the fated quality of the placement moves from a background theme to a high-voltage event. A conjunction acts like a spotlight, merging the energy of a planet or point directly with your point of destiny. Natal conjunctions, the inborn mission. If you were born with a planet conjunct your vertex in the third house, that planet's energy is permanently fused with your karmic path. For example, Mercury conjunct the vertex creates a fated messenger. Your mind is wired to pick up on nuances others miss, and you may feel a lifelong obsession with information or linguistics. If Saturn is the culprit, there's a heavy, somber duty attached to your speech. You might feel you can only speak when you have something of absolute authority to say. These natal conjunctions suggest that the tools of the third house are not just skills you possess, but the very instruments you must use to fulfill your life's purpose. Synastry, the electric meeting. In the realm of relationships, a conjunction to the vertex is one of the most powerful indicators of a soul contract. When someone else's planet, like their sun, moon, or Venus, sits on your third house vertex, the connection feels instantaneous and unavoidable. The click factor: you might feel like you've known this person forever, specifically in how you communicate. The intellectual catalyst: this person often enters your life to deliver a specific message or to change the way you think. They act as a key that unlocks a door in your mind. Feeling found: because the vertex is a point of being called, a conjunction from another person feels like they have truly seen you, often sparking a relationship that feels written in the stars, even if it is brief. Transits, the turning points. When a slow-moving planet like Pluto, Neptune, or Uranus transits your third house and crosses your vertex, life rarely stays the same. These are the moments when the essay of your life gets a new chapter. Uranus conjunctions: expect sudden, shocking news or a radical shift in your neighborhood or sibling dynamics that forces you to adapt instantly. Pluto conjunctions: this represents a total death and rebirth of your mindset. You may uncover secrets or engage in a period of intense study that fundamentally reworks your psyche. Jupiter conjunctions: these often bring fated opportunities through local networking, writing success, or a sudden expansion of your intellectual horizons. The physical and psychological merge. In a conjunction, there is no breathing room between the planet and the vertex. This means that the events triggered are often physical and external, not just internal feelings. You don't just feel like your ideas are changing, you are forced to change them because of an external encounter. The third house environment provides the stage, the classroom, the commute, the local cafe, or the inbox, and the conjunction provides the actor who changes the plot of your life. When the vertex falls in the third house, the sign it occupies dictates the style and flavor of these fated encounters. It describes the how and why of the information that changes your life. The vertex through the signs. Vertex in Aries. Destiny arrives through bold, assertive communication. You are fated to find your voice through moments of conflict or by being a pioneer of a new idea. You may be forced to speak up quickly and courageously, learning that your words can be a catalyst for action. Vertex in Taurus. Your fated moments involve the value of information. You are learning to ground your thoughts in reality and common sense. Connections are often made through tangible things, sharing a meal, discussing finances, or sensory experiences within your local community. Vertex in Gemini. This is a double down on third house themes. Destiny is found in the sheer variety of life. You are a fated collector of data. Turning points happen through siblings, local news, or a sudden realization that you need to learn a specific new skill or language. Vertex in Cancer. Communication is deeply emotional and intuitive. You are fated to protect or nurture others through your words. Important encounters may happen in home-like settings within your neighborhood, or a family member's story might change your life's direction. Vertex in Leo. You are destined to communicate with flair and authority. Fated moments involve creative expression or being on stage in your daily life. You are learning to put your unique, heart-centered stamp on everything you say and write. Vertex in Virgo. Destiny is in the details. You encounter fated situations that require precision, editing, and service. You may find your purpose through technical writing, medical information, or by organizing the chaotic thoughts of those around you. Vertex in Libra. Fated encounters are driven by the need for diplomacy and balance. You often meet key figures through one-on-one chance meetings. Your destiny involves learning how to mirror others and use communication to create harmony and justice. Vertex in Scorpio. Turning points are intense, investigative, and perhaps a bit taboo. You are fated to uncover secrets or speak about things others find uncomfortable. Communication is a tool for deep psychological transformation and power. Vertex in Sagittarius. Your fated messages have a philosophical or global bent. Even though it's the third house of local matters, You might encounter a foreigner in your neighborhood who changes your perspective, or a fated book might open your mind to a whole new belief system. Vertex in Capricorn. Communication is a serious business. You are fated to use your words to build structures or achieve status. Turning points involve mentors, elders, or moments where you must take responsibility for the information you provide. Vertex in Aquarius. Destiny involves the unorthodox and the communal. You are fated to be the voice of the future or to find your path through social movements, technology, or weird coincidences in your local area that connect you to a larger group. Vertex in Pisces. Your fated communication is poetic, psychic, or sacrificial. You may experience moments of divine downloads where you just know something without being told. You are learning to communicate the intangible and offer healing through your words. Subscribe, like, and share.